Hello everybody, this is Toyzaros, and for this special figure showcase and review, we're going to be unboxing and then having a detailed look at the ehobby Ghost Starscream figures. So loads of things to do with this particular video. So before we get started, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please. And also to thank Spacebridge Paul, which is where I got this from. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with these particular figures, ehobby is, I suppose it's like a sister company to Takara, because Takara actually allow them to use the molds to make figures that we've probably never seen before. And indeed, as they started off making figures that just never actually appeared in Generation 1. So you can see we're going to be comparing him with quite a few uses of that particular mold. So of course there was Sunstorm. We also had the black Starscream, which again was from one of them other cartoon episodes. This Starscream isn't the newest one. This was from the Takara Tomy comic book ones. And then I've got a few other ehobby, of course, clear plastic ones as well, to see how they all look together. And of course, in the background, we've got the G1 original, just to see how good he looks compared to that. And I've got some new other figures as well, to be fair, just to show you, like, funnily enough, the most recent incarnation of his Ghost Starscream self. So loads to get through. So let's have a look at the packaging. So sometimes, unfortunately, the packaging isn't that great. I suppose, like this to today's Generation Selects, where they just use like a nice blank or bland cardboard color. You've got the 1984 battle scene on the back. You can see that this originally was 12,000 yen, which wasn't very much at all. And as most, I suppose, ehobby collectors will confirm with you now, that these are all the ones that we should have brought when they first come out, because they came out and they weren't that expensive, and now because everybody wants them, yeah, their price has gone crazy. And this one's been eluding me for ages, and I do also remember when it first came out. So I'm not going to put the stickers on in this video. Funnily enough, I'm going to do a video putting the stickers on all the ones you've just seen, but there they are, unused. The instructions, I'm hoping, I say very, of course, tongue-in-cheek, that we're not going to need them. Oh, I thought that was taped up inside it, but it's not. That's the collector's card as well. They come with all collector's cards. I'm just going to move that out of the way. In this case, again, it's just unfortunately a dull blue and white collector's card of him with nothing on the back, which is strange actually, because usually they put the tech specs and everything on the back. They come incredibly well packaged. You can see these. See, they've got quite a bit of plastic encasing him. Now this has actually been used, or opened at least. I don't know if it's been used, because it's definitely had something done with it, because a couple of the missiles are off the sprue. So he's got all the same accessories as what the original 1984 one did, thankfully, before they got neutered and we got the big, crazy, ridiculous, oversized, oh no, you know what I mean, all the big, crazy daft missiles that just drive me insane. So because we've got his null rays, I'm going to take them out. I'm going to leave the little missiles on sprue, to be honest. Is this going to come out quite easy or not? I've got no idea. It looks like, no, it looks like, guys, he's stuck. And oh no, there we go. I don't want to make too much noise as I do this, but typically there we go, they are all in there. So let's just pull this out. I suppose it's good, because I'm trying to do it without breaking it. Oops, there that goes. As you can see, it's not really working. Let me take the fists out here quickly. Got the fists, brilliant. But yes, that is the figure. There is the landing gear. I'm not going to use them. Let's just get these out of the shot for now. Let's just bring this a little bit lower then, so we can see. So this is incredible. I've never seen a Generation 1 mold with translucent plastic of a Seeker. I've obviously seen numerous other versions. I don't actually own the Unite Warriors one, but I've seen the Unite Warriors of the Ghost Starscream, and obviously I've got the latest incarnation, which you've just seen, which comes with the Beast Wars versus packs. That's the one that comes with Waspinator, to be honest. Right, that just fell over, didn't it? Of course it did. So there we go. Let's pop this into here. As you can see, it's just a standard, it's literally the exact same Generation 1 mold. Let's see what the stamps say, if they say anything. Can we read it? No, oh yeah, it does. It's still got the original ones on it, to be fair, but there you go. This is just so strange to look at it, as it really is odd, because I'm so used to seeing Generation 1 molds not like this, obviously. Right, let's pop these in there. Oh, I didn't want to push them all the way in, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to put it straight on display anyway. So turn these the correct way around, like so. And yeah, as I say, so these are basically Takara's a sister company, ehobby, and they just make figures like this. They do special editions. They're still doing them right now. They're still doing ehobby versions, etc. And they're just exactly that, highly sought after now, I suppose, collectors pieces, to be honest. Let's just attach the last, even though they don't get, I know it should be the missiles, but there is Ghost Starscream. I'm so impressed with that. And I say I'm more impressed because it's one of them ones. It's been a little bit like my white whale. I've not been able to get him for such a long time. And also, I suppose this, you can see now just how big the original G1 jets are, because obviously this is a huge jet. The Voyager class size jets of Starscream, as you can see, it's not too far off, is it? To be fair, the G1 is not too far off that at all. It looks good, but let's be honest, it's got to be in robot mode. Robot mode is how I'm going to be displaying him. So let's get him to that as carefully and as safely as we can. So I suppose this leads me to a question. Oh, that fires. I was going to show you that anyway, but my question is, these have got to be classed as parts formers. Would you class them as parts formers or not? Because again, they do all come to pieces, and then you just build it back when you can. Let's have a look. Let's see if you can transform them. You can just about do it, but you'd still have to take off some parts with these. So they've got to be. Of course, they were Diaclone figures beforehand. So it's one of them questions, isn't it? Some people will dispute it. I'm sure they will. Of course they will. But he's got to be classed as a parts former because the amount of parts that come on and off him. Right, this is making me a teensy bit nervous. So maybe it was unused. Maybe it was just, or somebody had it and they displayed it in, not liking this, in, there we go. There's the tab. Come on, move out. In, what's the word I'm after? In the alternate mode, obviously. Right, what is going on here? You're making this look, I'm talking to myself now, obviously. I'm making this look way more difficult than it should be because it's just a G1 jet. But I would think that this has just completely answered my own question of the fact that no, I don't think this has been played with because it's completely stuck. There's the hinge, which it should. And again, anybody who's transformed one of these molds is probably now laughing at me, very much so. But I've managed to get them tabs now stuck behind there. This might be a case of, let me just break it, turn off the screen, well, turn off the camera because you don't want to watch me struggling. Yes, guys, I'm going to have to do that because I'm actually paranoid now that I'm going to break it. Back with you in a second. There we go. Panic stations averted. It did just need a much more forceful push that at the moment, and especially when I was reaching around from a camera, that I actually wanted to do. So there you go. I've got the arms around. Let's fold this down. The other thing that I've just thought of as well, looking at this, is, and again, most people I'm sure will back me up as well, that the place that I did, I know however many other people did as well, kept their landing gear, used to always be in the front cockpit. Now this is even more transparent, so it's not going to look great like that at all. But a lot of people did that with their G1 figures purely because they were quite dark cockpits, to be fair. Right, let's pull that over there, which is fine. Let's bring this around. Let's get his fists attached. Let's make sure I get them the right way around, and then let's of course see how he looks and displays. I pretty much am quite certain that this has not been played with or displayed. I've put his fist on backwards now. I'm not having any luck at all, purely because how stiff everything is. So I think it could have been, I wonder if it's one of them things, you know, where some people buy something on impulse and then they look at it and they take it out of the box and they're not too fussed with it. I don't really know, because again, it's never been, you know, you wouldn't have seen this on a shelf anywhere in America, same as in the UK. So it's not as if somebody would have perhaps stumbled across this, but there he is. I can't believe I actually own him. I'm so I've got a daft grin on my face. I should have a camera facing this way as well, to be fair. So as I said, I will be applying stickers to these guys in the future. There are them again, yeah, they're ehobby versions of the same mold. Of course, that's Starscream and that is Sunstorm. This was, as I've already stated, this is before the new movie retro edition. So this was the first one. It was in a Takara book edition, it was called, to be honest. This is the original G1 right there. There we go. And I can bring in just a couple of other figures. Let's bring in some more of the Crystal ehobby ones. They call them Crystal, to be fair, which is quite nice. There's Crystal Rodimus, because he's not called Hot Rod in Japan, he's called Crystal Rodimus. And then finally I've got a Crystal Convoy, because of course Optimus Prime is in fact Convoy in Japan. There we go, guys. Sorry I had to stop the video to get it done, but again, hopefully you appreciate that I did not want to run the risk of breaking him at all. But there you go, that is a quick look at ehobby Ghost Starscream. I'm going to be doing more videos with all the ehobby figures, and as I say, get them all together, get some more group shots, and probably some more crystal figures as well, to be honest. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Take care.